Hello!
Hi.
Welcome to Season 3, Episode 1, Season 3.
That's our Season 3 premiere.
You are listening to Hola, Hermana del Alma. I was going to say amiga, but amiga doesn't mean sister. Also known as my sister's soul sister. And my cough is here to stay because we're soulmates. I put my body into it. I put my back into that
Yes,
one.
you did. Yes, you did. Oh my God.
I'm Erica.
I'm Leia.
And we are here exploring life via podcast. So millennial of us. So geriatric millennial.
So millennial. Oh, and we are feeling that geriatric millennial.
Life, yes. I mean, I went to a little, it was a wedding, but it was like small. Like they got married Thursday, and then last night they just had like a dinner at a restaurant. Really small, really cute. And I was wearing these like little booties, you know, and I put them on and I was like, these feel comfortable. And I danced for 20 minutes, and now the bottom of my feet, left side, the ball of my foot is in pain. I just can't wear heels anymore. I'm going to have to invest in a bunch of Rothy's. And that's it. Let's end with it. I'm throwing away all my heels.
Okay. Rothy's is on Afterpay, girl.
Oh. Let me pay off some of my Express stuff, and then I'll go to Rothy's. Because I just dropped a lot of money on Express.
Welcome to Season 3, everyone.
It's called the coughing season. We're just going to talk about coughs, and you're going to hear it's an ASMR, a cough ASMR podcast now. That's what it is. Didn't know those existed, but that is what's happening.
Lord have mercy. Well, let me tell you, I did attempt to wear heels. So I had a wonderful night last night.
Awesome.
It was my friend's belated bachelorette party. Her bachelorette party would have happened in 2020, and we all know. We all know what happened in 2020. So obviously got canceled, and wedding got pushed back. She got married in March, and here we are doing her belated bachelorette party. So we went to Magic Mike, which we all know I love. Been there once before. Such a great show, but we'll get into that. But I attempted to put on like these 1-inch heels. Like they're super comfortable. I bought them for the, a bachelorette party before then in Vegas before I lived here. So I knew that it would hurt. I put those things on last night and I was like, okay, let me walk around the house real quick. Let me just walk. Let's see how it goes. Because to be honest, that front part of like the strap in the front kind of was a little tight on my pinky toe. And I was like, well, I'm going to be sitting a lot. Maybe this will be okay. I walked around the house and I didn't realize how slippery those things were. I was like, why am I slipping and sliding in here? And I was almost out the door. And I realized, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Like, there's no reason. There's no reason for me to be this uncomfortable. What the fuck? I was like, no, fuck this shit. Who is this for? Is this for the outfit? Is this for the looks? Is this to fit in? Is this for me? Like, what is this? And I was like, no, fuck this shit. My ass is gonna be comfortable. I took those motherfuckers off. Like, I was like, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna do it. I am going to be comfortable tonight. And I'm gonna have a fucking great time. And I don't give a shit about what anyone else is wearing. I'm going to put my flats on. So I did. I rocked my Rothy's in my little outfit.
Nice.
And it was awesome.
Yeah, I need to invest in some.
It was
Thank you for the podcasting world for telling us that Rothy's are great. We're not sponsored by them. Hopefully one day. Actually, we will be eventually.
Yeah.
I need to buy a pair and then really, really talk about it and be like, look, we love you guys.
Well, I mean, so
Sponsor
comfortable.
us. We'll do it for $5. $5 to read for now. We're going to increase our prices later. We'll do it for $5.
Oh my God. I wish I could like
I guess cough syrup should be.
throw you a cough drop. Yeah.
Seriously, it's like I smoke. Like I'm a smoker.
It's those
Not a smoker.
those
Not even sick.
It's just those morning allergies.
Yeah. Which reminds me, we were talking and you were gonna give me a remedy, and then we didn't. You were like, "Oh, I have a remedy for your post nasal drip or coughing or something" last week, and you're like, "I'll tell you after we record." Do you remember that? I forgot.
I did. I forgot.
You're like, "Oh, I have a solution." Yeah, and then I forgot to ask you, and then every time, yeah, I think it was post nasal, or I was coughing, and you're like, "Oh, I think I have a remedy for you."
I do now. Yeah, and now I remember. You want to know?
Is it not safe to talk?
Oh no, it's so
yeah.
fine.
I want to know.
It's just
I want to know.
It's just
okay.
It's just over the counter Mucinex, and it's a specific brand. It's like it's like their daytime. Remember when I got really sick? Well, not really, Well, I got like that really intense cough after you visited. That thing was amazing. Like that cleared me up like no other over the counter med. Like it was fantastic. We are not sponsored by Mucinex.
It's Mucinex? Yeah, we are not either, but I guess we're going to be because of my allergies all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just non-drowsy Mucinex.
So good.
Okay. I'll go to Le Target today.
So good.
And I'll go bake me some motherfucking Mucinex because I've been coughing for like 2 weeks straight.
Oh my
Literally,
goodness,
like,
yeah.
do I have something scary, and I don't even want to say it.
You probably don't. You might
have
have
that in my energy.
You might have the thing that I had. Remember, colds still exist. They're not getting the shine.
I probably do.
They're not getting the shine that they used to, but they're still there.
This has happened to This has happened to me before, where I've gotten like minor colds with allergies, and like I had a cough, or like I really like it was worse than this. Like my sides hurt because I was getting an ab workout with my cough. And I went to the doctor, and they're like, "You're fine." They did x-rays and everything. He's like, "Yeah, you had allergies, but you probably had like 2 colds back to back, and they weren't that bad, so you didn't really." Because I like didn't feel sick. I just had like massive allergy attacks. And he's like, "Yeah, sometimes it just happens." And you know what? This is why I love my doctors. They like avoid giving me medicine, and then he's like, "Just drink green tea with honey." Plus, he was hot. I think his name was Dr. Anders.
Okay.
Because it wasn't my doctor; it was another doctor within the same medical branch or whatever. But he's like, "Drink green tea with honey," and I was like, "Do I have to drink it out of your hands?" He was very cute. He was really cute. I remember after that that appointment, I texted all my friends, and I was like, "Oh my god," because we're all under the same because it's like a big one. It's like the Palo Alto Medical Center, and I was like, "Oh my god, I just went to this location because they were the only ones that were able to see me, and I got this doctor, and he's hot." And then like somebody else was like, "Yeah, I got him once too, and he's hot." Okay. It was like a big old thread of like hot this doctor was.
Okay, doctor.
He ended up giving me medication because I asked for it. I was like, "Can I just have some medication?" And then I took like 2 pills, and that's it. But anyways,
you probably
I'll get that Mucinex.
Well, here's the thing. You probably need to just be on something to just give your lungs a rest and an opportunity to recover from the coughing, because I don't think it was like anything special. It just it gave my body an opportunity to just not cough and feel and just replenish and heal, because when you're constantly coughing, you're constantly aggravating it. So it just gave me an opportunity. Yeah. There's also a nighttime version. I don't know if you get allergies at night, but there's a nighttime version.
I do.
That was amazing. So when I had that cold, I took both of those, and it once I started, the healing was so fast. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, I feel pretty good."
Well, I'm gonna go run I'm not gonna walk. I'm gonna run to the fucking store. I'm gonna get a speeding ticket on the way to Target. Target's like half a mile away. It's literally like 3 blocks away. But I'm gonna get a speeding ticket there because I can't take it fast enough. But yeah, that's life. That should have been a struggle, but I have many other struggles. But I did want to talk about, this is a kind of a sad topic. Okay. But I did want to talk about it because it's film, TV.
Oh, yes.
And I don't know if you saw the news, but like, so Alec Baldwin was shooting a film. And I don't know if they were rehearsing or actually shooting. But in the movie, it's like it's a Western, or he's a bad guy, or I don't know. But he's supposed to fire like a firearm in the movie, you know? It's supposed to be a prop, and something happened. And I guess it really wasn't a prop or whatever, and injured the director and killed the cinematographer, and it was just like so like horrible. And I don't know all the gun safety rules on set or what happened, or if they had something in there to simulate like something fired, and maybe it was something within that. There's really not a lot of details yet, but it's a pretty tragic. It's not a pretty tragic. It is really tragic for that to happen. That's how Bruce Lee died. You know, it's stuff like that. And how are these prevented? I don't know. But for me, I feel for the people on set, but also Alec Baldwin. You know, you think it's a fake thing that no one's gonna get hurt, and you shoot it and you kill somebody. So that must be really, really traumatizing. And I've seen some, like, for the most part, I've seen really, really good stuff, but I see a few people being like, I see a lot of people saying like, poor him, what about the families? And like people were like, yeah, the families too, but also the trauma. Like, I think a lot of people could put themselves in Alec Baldwin's shoes. It's like the trauma you have where you're doing the scene or you're doing something and it's not supposed to do that, and it all of a sudden results in the death of somebody. Like, that is very traumatic as well, and for anyone on set. But then I accidentally went on the wrong side of Instagram. Like, I accidentally clicked things, and like people that are like pro-gun are making it about like, oh, like, because Alec Baldwin was like not pro-gun, like, oh, Alec Baldwin's gonna complain about it was the gun's fault, and like just kind of going negative. And I was like, what? And then, but I did see one guy that was like pro-gun that was more on the positive side. Like, this is why these, kind of safety trainings and all that are really important. So I was like, I kind of went in it for like 5 seconds and I went away. I was like, no. I got to stay on the good side. So we don't really know a lot. But I was just kind of like, that kind of hit me yesterday, because I was like, wow, it's like it wasn't like the gun was just there and it went off by itself. It was like he literally like pulled the trigger, thinking that it was just for a scene or rehearsal, whatever it is, and it actually like hurt somebody badly. So I don't know. I feel weird, and I'm like, no, I never want to be on set with a gun ever.
Oh, so tough. It was a hard story.
Yeah.
And it just reminded me kind of like a horror movie, like,
Right?
like
Yeah.
that, like you think you're safe, like you think it's just a scene or whatever, and then for whatever reason, it just reminded me of like, wow, this sounds like a plot for like a horror story, like just things, kind of like Final Destination, like all these accidents that look like accidents, right? Like, it's just, I could not. But I guess this is an unfolding story too. I heard yesterday that before the accident happened, I guess a lot of the crew had walked off set to protest or strike the working.
Oh, the strike, yeah.
The working conditions. And the cinematographer was actually advocating for, the rights of the crew. Yeah. So I'm not
Yeah.
really sure like how things are going to play out, but gosh, like this whole there's no winner here. There
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
suffers. Like there's so much suffering in this
Yeah.
in this situation. It's just awful. So awful.
Yeah. Yeah. And that strike was, I thought they had settled on something and they weren't going to go on strike.
I
But that was just like earlier in the week. They had like started to settle, because if you guys don't know, like the people that help bring the film, just like not like the producers, like the people that are actually like building the sets and props people and like all the techies, their contract wasn't, what am I trying to, they were trying to their union was trying to renegotiate contracts because of certain things, like they wanted like a 10-hour break between when they left the set to when they would have to come back, because what would happen was they would be on set very, very late and then have to be back in a few hours, so they were running on very, very low sleep, making hardly any money, like barely making like $15 an hour. Like I saw a post, Viola Davis had posted it, like somebody was like, oh, I worked at Trader Joe's, we started at this amount, then I would get a raise every few months, and they're like, now I'm working on film and I'm getting paid like less than that, and so it's like that's sucky, like to get hardly any pay for a the film industry brings in a lot of money. And so people were like getting into accidents, and then also with the streaming has changed how things are getting money's getting distributed to people. And I think when they negotiated their contract a few years back, streaming wasn't as big yet, so they didn't add that to the contract, and now they're like, everything is being streamed, so hey, let's get more money based on that. So it's just all this stuff. But I heard that like they were starting to strike, and what and the I think it's like the Producers Guild or something started to like fold, because people that are very specialized in certain things like audio and all that, not only are you losing the people, you're losing the equipment, because they bring in the equipment, and these are trained people that know how to use this equipment, and you just can't get somebody off the street. Like it's not like, oh, you're getting a PA to help, with little tasks. It's like these are very specialized specialized jobs, right? And you need specific people, because if you get anybody off the street, there's a learning gap, right? And so they were starting to take the equipment, and they started to see, oh no, we're gonna lose. They started to see the effects of losing money.
So,
but I thought they had settled it, or in the process, but still. That just happened earlier in the week.
what I had heard was the for this particular movie, they went on strike for the specific working conditions for this movie. Like I believe if I got that story correct, it was on the same day as the accident. Yeah, like the crew had walked out, but they got some non-unionized folks to replace them. So I heard this all happened like in that same day. So I know, isn't that crazy? So I don't know, like this is like an unfolding story.
Yeah, and that's horrible. I didn't know about that, because I had it. The only thing I knew is like it was happening, and then I saw Alec Baldwin's statement like, I'm working with the cops, but I heard he was a producer on it as well. So that means that he took some decisions if he's a producer, but I don't know on that side. That is unfortunate. Horrible. And this is why you need to pay people living wages and give people rest and not be in the hustle, and make schedules that actually, help people thrive and just struggle and be tired all the time. So there's just so much that as much as I love like the film and television, I know there's so many things that need to get improved. Like, I mean, I was verbally abused when I was in there. When I worked in entertainment, I was working like I worked at a like day rate, and I wouldn't even work 8 hours. I was working 8-10 hours. Very little pay. I was barely surviving. Like, after I got paid, like I had $20 every 2 weeks to my name. So it's like, I understand like the struggle and the low pay and what's expected of you is a lot. You're expected to be on call all the time on the weekends. Like, I would be stressed out like if I missed a call from my boss on a Sunday afternoon, or like I had a call once. It was like Sunday, and like a production company was calling me to call somebody, an actor, for their like, what is it, their measurements for wardrobe to get measurements and all that. But I was like, I don't do those calls. Like, I give you their agent's information, you work that out with the agent. Like, I don't do that. And I remember they were like, well, where are you? And I was like, well, it's Sunday, like 3:00 on a Sunday. I'm like, not home. You know, like, and this is, I'm like, I'm just a casting assistant. Like, that's your stuff. And they were like trying to get this actor's information. I was like, how about you call their agent?
Yeah.
So, you know, things like that. And I was like, I'm getting paid like $100 a day or $125 a day. Like, I'm not getting paid for this call. So, you know, I wish I knew my grounds a little bit more then, like my rights a little bit more. But I definitely let people can be pushed over. But anyways, let's go into some more lighter stuff. And I didn't like that. I don't like that transition because it sounds like I'm pushing it aside. Like, my condolences to everyone that it happened to. This is a horrible tragedy, and I just hope that more safety protocols are in place to avoid this happening. And that we can transition into something more fun and light.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm the one that brought up the topic. And we can talk about my cough again. Struggles and high vibes. Let's get to it. I have a good struggle.
Yeah.
And no, it's not my cough. It's not my cough.
Do it.
At all. So I was listening to... I wasn't listening to. So now we have like videos, like little quick videos from our podcast recording, so that we could post on social media. So here's my struggle. The amount of times that I say the wrong word, but in the moment I'm thinking I say another word, is unfair. Like, I'm like shocked. Like, I was like, how does Leia understand me? Leia speaks Erica. So 2 examples. There was one where I meant to say high five, and I said high vibe. And then when we were doing the real or fake celebrity names, I said games, and then you even asked me like games, but I thought I heard you say names. Like, I remember being in that moment, and I was like, yeah, names, like, yeah. And I said games instead of names. So, like, a lot of times I say the wrong words, but somehow you understand me. And I'm posting this stuff on social media, and I was like, I am saying the wrong words. And I have to put this little thing that says, oops, meant to say this. Yeah. I say the wrong word all the time. But in my head, I'm saying the right word.
You guys have to see my face, because I must really be used to this. Because I'm like, what? Is this accurate?
Yeah.
Is this true? Because
this is very accurate.
I'm like stunned.
Because, yeah. Well, because when I hear myself back, I'm like, that's not what I said. But I actually said it. Like, I literally, in my mind, I'm like, I said high five. I said high five. But then I'm hearing the audio, and it's like, I'm saying high vibe. I said high vibe. But in my brain, I said high five.
Wow.
Mind-boggling. And that's my struggle, is that.
Well, yeah. I've known you for decades now, so I must be filling the blanks somewhere, because I don't even, like, it's not in my awareness. Like, I'm literally shocked right now, because I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I completely understand what you're talking about. Like, But it must be like
Well, you
something
speak Erica.
I must speak fluent Erica because I'm like, what are
Yes,
you
yes.
talking about right this second? That's
What
crazy.
is that?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the magic of recordings.
Right, right. And I have done that in the past because I'll sometimes, as I'm talking, I'll say a word and be like, "Oh no, just kidding. That's not what I meant to say. I said this. I meant to say this." Like, but in my brain, like the words that are coming out of my mouth is not what my brain thinks it's saying. It's like they're two different functions, like two different things. And I'm a podcaster, so do what you want with that information, but
I'm sure super relatable.
there you go. That's my struggle.
I love it.
That's my struggle.
I love it. My struggle. La 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 la. This is like a two-parter. It's gonna start out with a struggle, and then it's gonna go high vibe because it's all related. So went to Magic Mike last night, but let me. I worked right. I worked a full day yesterday. No, normal Friday, and I was like, okay, I am heading home. I'm going home at 3, and. Next year we're going to be 40, which we're going to have to figure out like a beautiful celebration of life, right? But my body is like, dang girl, you 40. Like, I came home.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, my body's calling for me. I don't know. The song, my body.
We don't do R. Kelly in this podcast no more. Mm-mm.
Oh, is that an R. Kelly song? I didn't know. Sorry.
No.
I remember the song, but I didn't know it was an R.
That's
Kelly
okay.
song.
I'm the hip hop R&B girl. I got you.
Thank you.
I got you.
Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me. Songs just come into my mind, and I don't always remember where I hear
Erica
them from.
lives in a musical.
I don't like R. Kelly.
Yes,
it's a constant musical.
But anywho.
You're
good.
Canceled. R. Kelly canceled.
He is. Oh man. So it's like I had a plan. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna rest first, and I'm gonna get ready, and I'm gonna go. My body's like, I'm tired. Like I took a little bit of a nap for like 45 minutes. Woke up to my alarm, and I was like, fuck. How am I gonna do this? And I intentionally did not, and I'm like, when did this happen? That I have to intentionally plan when I take my pre-workout. So I didn't take it in the morning because I was like, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this for right before I leave the house later on tonight. So I'm like, okay, and now I need pre-workout and coffee to just like go out on a Friday night. But like maybe if it was just a bar and chilling with like my peoples, maybe that would be a whole different vibe. Maybe I would probably have a little bit more energy. It's a lighter weight, But this is like Magic Mike. You gotta be amped. There's gonna be a lot of energy going on, a lot of people, a lot of like hooting and hollering and screaming on my part. Lots and lots of that. So I was like, ooh, let's do this. So, but it's just like, dang, yo, just getting out of the door at this level. I was like, I am tired and I'm going to need my pre-workout and caffeine. I did the thing. And by the time I got there, though, I was ready. I was amped. I was listening to like some 90s, 2000s hip hop on the way there. I was like, yes, so I can get this shit started. But the warm-up, the pregame at this age is a whole different vibe. I definitely can't do it. I don't think I can pregame with alcohol anymore because I think that would just put me to bed. I think that just would mellow me out way too easily. And now I got to go with like caffeine. Let's give me all the caffeine so I can be ready for this. So,
Yeah, I mean, you're just always a tired person. Is it because you wake up so early?
I think that. I think the last maybe Yes, I think, yeah. I think ever since I started working out early in the morning, because I wake up early, like to work out and do my morning routine. So by the end of the day, I'm like, I'm done. Like, I just want to go to bed. I want to do yoga and I want to go to
Yeah.
bed. That is all I want to
I
do.
think, yeah. I think as we get older, we hold on to a lot of energies that drain us. This is what I'm learning. But I'm an extrovert too, so like I can deal with certain things. But what I'm noticing now is like as I get older, I'm holding on to a lot of energies that drain me. So I'm being more mindful of like releasing those energies, because what I was noticing is like certain things were like making me feel heavy, and like I was getting really really tired like all the time. And then as I'm kind of I've been more mindful of like releasing energies, and all I really do is say I call back my energy from all time, places, and situations. I literally like do 5-second things. And this is like stuff that's built over time. I feel my energy lighter. I feel like I have more life, unless I'm on my period. If I'm on my period, forget it. I'm dead asleep. But yeah, I think, I mean, for me that's helped. Also, when if I know I'm gonna be out, I just make sure that like maybe I don't work out that day, because I was like, I'm gonna be out later on, so I'm gonna sleep in today. Like I make sure that like I just get a little bit more sleep and all that, because as we are aging, we do get tired more often. Because I do go like, oh, it's 9:30, time to go to bed, especially right now in the fall when the sun sets at like 4. It hasn't done that yet, but it basically is almost. But yeah, but like I was out yesterday till like midnight and I was tired. But I mean, I wasn't at Magic Mike. It was like more of the chill thing. Like,
Yeah.
I was at a friend's. Like, I
Yeah.
went to like a restaurant. I was at a friend's house. So it was a little more chill. It wasn't like
Oh,
Magic
it
Mike.
was questionable whether or not I would have a
Yeah.
voice today. That was like,
Yeah.
I was
But
questionable because I
yeah.
screamed
I
so
feel like,
loud.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like COVID too got us so used to just being indoors. Like the first time we go outdoors is exhausting, because I was exhausted when I was going back to the office. Like, oh my god, like I haven't. I mean, I'm not back there right now because we had to wear masks indoors, and I didn't want to. Uh, but I was going for a bit because like my whole computer situation, and I would get home drained, super drained. And I'm an extrovert. I was like, what the fuck is happening? But then I went to like a concert, and I was just like high on life. Like like when we were out in the heat all day long, and I got to the hotel room, and I was like, I can't sleep. I'm so wired. So it's like weird. It's
Yeah.
weird.
You know. Jeez. The struggle is so real. Well, tell me about your head vibe.
What is it? Oh, mine's just really quick. Which one should I have two? Because I was writing for like tomorrow, because we're recording tomorrow. But I said one. Did I say? I think I said one on our Patreon. So you guys gotta go over there. Sorry, I'm not gonna say it again. But mine's like really small. Mine's really cute. So I was watching the show Maid. Maid, like a housemaid. And there was a term that a character said that I really, really loved. So like when the sun sets or sun rises, when it's like cloudy and it's like pink and purpley. You know what this character called it? She explained the sunsets. Do you know? Do you guess what she called it?
Cotton candy? I don't know.
No, but close. She called that bubblegum sunsets.
Bubblegum sunset.
Yeah, and I was like, that is so cute, because it does look like bubblegum. And so 2 days ago I was walking, and it had just rained overnight, so it was like very like partially cloudy, but the sun was coming in, and it was a bubblegum sunrise. And I try to
Beautiful.
capture it with my camera, but my camera was making it orange. I didn't keep the pinks and the purples, and I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. So my high vibe was just like, I soaked in that bubblegum sunrise,
Yes.
or sunset, whichever. And it's just like,
Yeah.
it's such a cute, I was like, that's such a cute term. I'm going to use it now. Like, I just loved it. And maybe something Gen Z won't go into because the show is made for, us people getting older. So,
Mama,
they can't steal that. Gen Z, don't take it.
It's a
Don't
bubblegum
fucking take it like you take
sunrise.
everything else.
I know. Our
Shit,
clothing.
they take everything else. Our clothing, hairstyles.
It's all good.
I heard Tamagotchis, which I didn't have because we were already older. But remember those
Yeah,
Tamagotchis?
I had
My
one.
sister.
Yeah.
Did you have one? I was never into it. My sister was really into it, and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what the fuck point this is, but I'm not into like video games, so I was like, what the fuck is this? I heard those are coming back. The Razer flip phones,
Come on, guys.
and yeah.
Anywho. Well,
TV shows. That 70s show is now going to be rebooted to that 90s show.
oh no!
I am having a midlife crisis.
The 90s show.
Right now.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we'll talk. Oh my gosh, we'll talk about that. Anywho, my high
We'll
vibe.
talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, we can talk about that tomorrow. I'm gonna go look at some trailers or research. My high vibe is going to Magic Mike. Well, you know what? I've been to Magic Mike. The show is fantastic. It's so great. But let me tell you, going with these group of women, like a lot of them are like way younger than us. So it's a lot of their first times like seeing a show like this, And this is like we've been to Chippendales. I think you were with us that time. No, maybe not. I've been to Chippendales and it was all right. Like I just kind of sat there and I was like, I can dance better than these fools. Like, sit down, fellas. Let me show you how it's done. Like it just wasn't good. Like it was just like, what is this? Like, nah. It was all right. But this was
Really?
Yeah, I was not a fan. I was just like, yeah, this is all right. Like I'm a little bored. I've got better dance moves than you.
Yeah.
So, and if I'm going to go pay for a show, I want to be entertained. I want to be able to enjoy what's in front of me. And it was just like, that's all right. So, but this was pre-Magic Mike days. Magic Mike has come in to our lives a few years ago and changed the game for that type of show. So, I love it. It's so good. It's so good. They've got like a story, like it's a literal show. And then of course the dancing is so good. Like you just like as a dancer, I appreciate some bomb ass dancing, and it just happens to be like these strong, gorgeous, handsome men.
Muscular.
They're just and they go around and they interact with the crowd. It's like it's awesome. It's awesome for one.
Yeah.
So show aside, a lot of the people that I went with, it was their first type of show where like these men are like worshiping like their audience, and I said audience, not just women, right? Because they're inclusive, right? It just happens to be a whole bunch of women in the crowd, so it was just so fun, like to see the reactions from these youngins. And my friend, it was her belated bachelorette party, and she just got so much love and attention from these dudes. She actually even got called on stage. Like one of the guys sang, like they like showcase like their talents, like not just the dancing, like acting, whatever. So this guy, he had, and like they're playing musical instruments. Like some of them were playing guitars and the drums and the piano. Yeah. And this guy sang, I know, it's like not like your average male show, right? So this guy like was singing.
This is like extreme artistic striptease.
Yes. Thank you, Channing Tatum, for doing this, for one. So this guy was singing, hot guy that can dance, and can sing. I'm like, okay. So he's singing, he's going around, he's doing his thing, and he calls my friend up on stage and like serenades her in front of like everyone. And that was like the perfect, time. I mean, she got the cleanest version of the whole thing because some other girl got pulled on stage. She had like whipped cream licked off her. Like, so, I mean, like, I would say it was probably all like rated R, definitely not rated X. Like, they didn't take it that far. If it was that far, I would have been like, nah, man. And there's a safe word. They give you a safe word. Like, if you don't want to be, you just like yell out the safe word and they will honor it. Yeah, it's unicorn.
Oh, that's the safe word. I was going to say, what's the
like
safe
word? If you're not down, you gotta say the safe word, and they'll like leave you
unicorn.
Yeah, they'll be like, all right, cool, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Cool.
such
They go to PG. They go to PG-13 versus R.
Take it back a notch. But I think, and I think for me, introvert wise, I do like to I like to replenish my energy a lot on the weekends. Because I am around a lot of people, I like all the time, like,
Yeah.
and I do a lot of one-to-ones, so there's a lot of energy going back and forth. So I think what was really cool, like, even though I was just like, let me gear up for this, like, let me go and center my energy, call that back in, also give me like caffeine, get ready for this. It was so like. It was so nice to just be a part of like the memories with my friends and her cousins, because it was like, the thought is like me and my friend, like, we've known each other since we were kids, longer than even me and Erica. Like, we have known each other since freaking junior high, and we have seen life together, like the highs, the lows. We may not hang out all the time, we may not even be in the same state, but it's just like, I totally get that these people that I have surrounded myself with, that are still around and still in my energy and in my world and my universe, these people are like my life partners. Like, they're gonna do life with me, and it was just so cool to just like tick off another life event for her, and to be by her side and see her get like lap danced on, see her little cousins get lap dances, and like, rated R lap dances, not like X, because I've seen those shows too, where it's like a rated X strip show, and I'm just like, ew, no, I'll be hiding over here.
Are those like naked?
Oh,
naked lap
yes,
dance?
you were there. This was like someone.
No, I wasn't.
Dude, I've sworn it was you, me, Selena, Arlette. It was one of like our sorority sisters' apartments. Someone's birthday. They got a stripper, and I was like, hell the fuck no. Like, no, thank you. I don't want that. You don't know? Were you like somewhere else drinking? There was like.
I might have been really drunk or really high. Or both.
This was back.
And I forgot.
This was back in college. So like,
I know, that's what it was like. That's why both options were
It was
there.
not my vibe. I did not enjoy it. It was too much for me, and I like hid in a corner behind one of their like indoor trees. Like, I was like, no. Yeah, they're like,
and they're like the thin,
Yeah.
little like tin. I could see Leia like hiding behind this like stick.
yeah, like please don't, please. I was just like, no one touch me. No one come close to me. I will fucking punch you in the face. Like, it just like, for me, it was way outside my comfort zone, and I like drew a line. I was like, no, it's just like, I don't like it. But everyone else, enjoy. Like, if that's what you do, it just wasn't for me. Like, the Magic Mike level, that's where I'm at. Like, above Chippendales and below it, like stripper. Like, right in that happy medium.
Well, yeah. It sounds like Magic Mike. Yeah, Magic Mike's like, not only it's like a strip tease dance show, but they do like other stuff that keep you entertained, like the whole singing and all that. So it seems like there's like more.
And the ladies of this show, there are like, so there's a host and she's a woman. she's awesome. She's freaking hilarious. And then there's two dancers, like an aerialist and another dancer, like that does a piece. These fucking ladies fucking kill, dude. Like I was I mean the men were doing their thing, but I was like, you go, girl. You go. Nice. You own him. Like you just do. And I was like, dang, they're so muscular and so great. I just was so blown away by the women in the show. And I was like, wow, you're so graceful. Like, you're so graceful. It's so, and I'm being all, this is like where because Erica does like when she watches something like on TV or movies, like she breaks it down, like she can appreciate the art. When it's dancing and dancers, I think that's my equal. Like, I look at it and I'm like, wow, like the artistry of the movement and the emotion, the technicalities, like they just make it so beautiful. And I also know like the work that they put in to make it like that.
Oh, it's hard. Yeah.
It was so good. So I had a really great time. Totally would do it again. Thank goodness I live in Vegas and I can go whenever I want. And happy belated bachelorette to my friend.
Happy. Yeah. I've never done Magic Mike. I've never wanted to go because I think Chippendales, and that's something I never wanted to do. So maybe 40th Vegas tour. Do a bunch of shows. Like not like no heels, no clubs. It's just shows. And like kickback, pool, bar type situation.
Food. 100% the food.
And food. Well, yeah, that's.
I love it. I'm down.
And food. Yeah, because that sounds like fun.
It was a good time.
I've been wanting to do shows in Vegas for like ever.
Well, let's now that they're back, let's do this thing.
Start planning them out. Because last time I was there, we weren't really there for like shows. Like I know I was trying to get a show, but then I was like, we're going to be tired.
We were there for the content.
A good thing we didn't. We went to bed early. Yeah. We went to bed early that day.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Thank God we didn't do the show.
Well,
there was like a show, like a TikToker.
We can do some research to see what show we want to look at. Yeah. So, here we are.
Yeah. I know. Next time I want to go, I do want to stay in the Strip because there's like just something about hotel and the Strip and the energy.
I love the hotel life. I mean, I love it. Yeah, absolutely. But we just got to pick a weekend. Like I looked at the prices for this weekend because I was like, oh, maybe I should just get a room for like a night or two.
Is it a lot?
$600 a night was the cheapest I found.
Is there a game? Is there a fight?
There's a lot.
A show?
The Raiders are home on Sunday. There is also UFC this weekend. And this is the big one.
Okay.
It's EDC. Yeah.
Oh,
big
yeah.
EDC weekend. I was like, dang, that is why. Like, that is why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Nope, not 600.
I was like,
600 a night. I could have 10 meals. 5, not even 10 meals. More than that.
Yes.
I could eat a lot with $600.
Lord have mercy.
Mucho.
So many shows.
Yeah.
So many shows.
Well, I'll just start planning it. Maybe that's what I'll do for my Fortieta. I'm calling it Fortieta. We just call
like
it
your
Fortieta.
quinceañera?
Vegas. But then, yeah, I didn't have a quinceañera, and I'm probably not going to have a wedding, so I need to do something big.
It.
For my 40th.
Well, you do that because
I do want to wear a crown. I want to have glitter on my face.
Some girl
and like I don't have to go anywhere.
Some girl last night she was
I just want
celebrating her 40th, and I was like, "Ooh, that's us next year." Okay, cool. You do that, and for me, for my 40th, get your passports ready because I'm going somewhere like Mexico or something. We gotta go figure that out.
Across the sea, somewhere, blah blah for me.
Like I just want to chill at a resort with all you can eat drinks and all you can eat food. I don't need to go anywhere else. I don't need to explore. I mean, maybe we do a little bit of that, but for the most part, I just want to chill and I want to relax. That is it.
Next year's gonna be an expensive year. Better start saving. We're saving that. Ranking that allowance. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's our show.
Happy
for today.
season 3.
Happy season 3. And I'm going to go get music next so you guys don't hear me cough. And that's just it. Stay tuned next week for more topics from Hey Sister Soul Sister. Topics that we do not know yet, even though we're recording tomorrow. Alright guys, we love you. Bye bye.